starts.
Yeah.
So you start drawing your designs on paper.
Yes. Lots of paper. Lots of cut-out paper.
And fitting them around bulbs.
Yes.
To kind of see how, like a template basically.
Yes.
So what happens next?
Next door.
Okay.
Should we do it? Switch off and or
yeah.
This is the glass fibre, so it's very much as a paper, and it's coated with porcelain with a brush, and it's coated on and it forms a sheet. Do this, otherwise it'll stick. I'm giving away my secrets here.
So we just got a couple of pieces of the glass fibre.
Dear, I would have done this more. Yeah, haven't done it yet. In fact, I don't know what to make most of the time. And it seems a bit daft just to make stuff.
But then maybe art is for its own sake.
What an indulgence. God. Just let the plaster dry it off. Very thin, this layer, but that's what we want. We want thin layers. Thinner the better.
Gosh, that's dried very quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah. So that's the. Then it's embossed against. This is a plaster mould, whereas grandfather used a lino, which is this design. And then...
So it started out life as card.
As paper.
Oh, well, as paper.
That's right.
Paper.
So different sheets with different designs cut out.
That get layered on top of one another.
Yep.
And then...
So if I hold it up to light.
Yeah.
Although it has stringers in to keep the paper from falling apart.
Right.
And this is how it'll look.
And then it becomes, then you make up one in card.
Just in order to make the mould.
So it's made up in card, and then...
And then I make the mould.
We make the mould by pouring the porcelain into a frame, is that right?
This is plaster.
Plaster, sorry.
That's right. And you make a mould of that. You would have a box around it, so I've taken the box off. And then once I've got that, I can.
So once the plaster's dried, we've got this.
And then I can emboss against the porcelain.
Okay, so then we put the porcelain sheet onto the plaster mould.
That's one. And then that's two.
So you build it up in layers.
That's right.
And sometimes you might add some paint in between the layers.
And that's four. Yes, and there's colour between two layers.
And then once that's finished, you take that off, and it's basically this one, which you then fire.
Yeah. So it's colour on the back.
And then when we hold that one up to the light...
It won't have any, because it's not fired yet.
Oh, right, okay.
But come back and it might be. This was an earlier design. She felt it was too straightforward, so I did it with a slight angle and it has a bit more life, a bit more character to it. That's what it looks like with a bit of light on it, backlit.
Yeah. Amazing.
Well, the reason why the kiln is low down was I used to do that work which I couldn't get in. So by lowering the kiln I could actually get the work in. And I had this gantry put across. And that's that sort of size. That's my pit, my firing pit. And then for doing flat sheets, I have this which is a side loader. Can't lift it up too much.
Yeah.
But it's a flat sheet one.
And how long does it take to fire them?
Oh, it's 12 to 13 hours to fire up, but to cool it takes about 24 hours. Otherwise it cracks. The thermal shock is too much.
So you fire it up, and then do you just put it in and then start cooling it down immediately, or do you leave them in?
Once it's reached temperature, you just turn it off. And then you have to wait next day, and then the next day. And
don't open the oven until it's finished. A bit like Yorkshire puddings, you're not supposed to open the oven before a Yorkshire pudding is finished, otherwise it collapses. And it's maybe the same thing, if you open it too quickly, the temperature goes down too quickly and it might crack.
It's a souffle.
Fantastic.
Watermarks. That was spaghetti, which burnt out in the kiln. That was orange peel.
Oh, okay.
And that's more spaghetti.
Was this your food experimenting phase?
Well, rather than doing illustration, trying to find natural marks.
Oh, we've got rice here.
Yeah, you recognise it.
Yeah, I don't know what the one at the top is. Could be a slice of bread.
Yes, there's a slice of bread there.
That looks like more spaghetti there.
And string, burnt out string.
So how do you make these ones? Do you start with paper?
It's the glass fibre, and you emboss it against the lino block, then fill in the outline and then put another layer on top.
So the lino block, instead of making a printed page, becomes this porcelain picture,
Just leaves
backlit.
Leaves an embossed mark, which in light, or it can be picked out in black. It's the same image.